So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Outside. 52, Mike 52. Watch the run, watch the run.
Faking the give, Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm going to hit you all day.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. This offense ready to head. This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Back to throw, Darnold, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was Buster Screen to knock it away.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. But anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Darnold. That's complete to Sterling. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. He can run, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. Sam Darnold hitting double. Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And time to spotlight Golden Tate. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them, no matter how many people are put in his direction. It just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what the offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards and a giant first down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Manning. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play. Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season. 97% that is. And was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
We take a look ahead at what's to come later tonight. Sunday Night Football, it'll be the Vikings and the Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And then tomorrow night, we've got the Seahawks and the Niners from Levi's Stadium. And we were in the Bay Area for the Raiders on Thursday night. Now right back out to watch the Niners on Monday night. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot defensively. How do you make sure they don't find? And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Isaiah McKenzie, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with his quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back out for another drive comes LeGarrette Blount. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you are.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now it's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They begin with a run by Davis. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Throwing now is Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he coughed it up, and it's scooped up by the Jets. There he goes right side, and he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Eli Manning and company getting set here as they head back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field trying to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And the Jets set to take the field. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
AT Gator. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
They go again with Davis. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Working from the gun. Manning to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Rosas' kick is good. And that's going to tie things at 20. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the 2nd half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A give to Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw is Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st down, it's Darnold. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Darnold from the red zone now. Out left to Anderson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now Bell. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Caught right side, Tate. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line. Ready. Mike 50.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. On play action. Now Manning. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
A big play there. Manning to Shepard. 42 yards.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from the defender.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Come.
Again, they'll throw with Manning. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Jenkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
In the backfield, standing alone here on 2nd and goal is Davis. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
The Giants on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and goal. They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Rosas now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field.
Mike,
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Off of play action, Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. B.J. Goodson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
He's going to loft one, deep left side. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. To throw is Manning. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Man left, man left.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
Darnold completes it, and he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight?
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. This time Montgomery. He will push his way down to about the 14. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Darnold now to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Eli Manning getting ready to go again on offense. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tate. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Manning now to throw. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And that'll set him back 5. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
On 2nd and 15 now. Manning. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Manning. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. Crowder now to return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
On 1st down, Darnold. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Bell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Dawson's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Manning and the Giants down by 9. A little under 1:50 remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down.
Go set. 18 Gator.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Please grip.
Manning to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. To throw again on 2nd down. Manning. That's complete left side to Shepard. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Manning. And the Giants' all-time leader in passing yards. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. To try again after the sack. Manning. And Davis with it left side. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now Manning. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Manning indeed going for it on 4th. It's caught. Shepard. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Play action. Manning. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jets, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a late